Hello, I'm Alyssa, the infant care specialist, and I'm going to be teaching you about handling and caring for your baby. So babies should be handled smoothly and carefully at all times. Newborns need their neck and their butt supported when you hold them, so because they don't have neck muscles formed yet. And they usually start holding their head up by themselves around 4 months. So yeah. For their bedtime, babies, when they're first born, they sleep 12 to 20 hours a day. They need a consistent routine with their bedtime, so try reading or rocking them before sleep to get the routine in. And in their crib, there should be nothing but a bed sheet in their crib, and they should be sleeping on their back so that there's no way for them to suffocate. I don't want that. For feeding, babies can be fed breast milk or formula, but breast milk is preferred over formula because it has natural nutrients and antibodies in it. Babies shouldn't drink cow milk until they're like over a year old. They can be introduced to solid foods at around 6 months, and they can start self-finger food feeding around 8 to 10 months. And they need burped after their feedings, and they can wean when they're ready, anywhere from around 9 to 12 months. And water down their juice before you give it to them. And watch out for allergies within the first year especially. Babies shouldn't eat eggs, citrus, honey, peanut butter, corn, or shellfish. For clothing, they should be dressed appropriately and comfortably for the weather, and just gently change their clothes. For diapering, you can use disposable or cloth diapers. It really just depends on your preference. You're gonna want to remove the diaper and then clean the baby and put on a clean diaper and then get rid of all the dirty stuff you used. And I have a video on how to change diapers.
Hi, I'm Angela Hammett, the Perinatal Education Coordinator here at Women's Hospital, and I'm here to show you how to diaper your baby. If you're breastfeeding, once your breast milk comes in, your baby should have between 6 to 8 wet diapers a day and probably 2 dirty diapers per day. When you go to change your baby's diaper, you want to make sure that you have all of the supplies that you need. So you'll need clean diapers and wipes available. When you go to take the diaper off of the baby, what you want to do is after you remove the Velcro, you'll actually take the diaper that's already on the baby and use that to help clean the baby off. And then we'll fold it up and dispose of it. You can then get your wipes, and as you go to wipe the baby, if you have a little girl, you want to make sure that you wipe from front to back, never from back to front. So always from front to back. With a little boy, it does not matter what way you go. You can definitely go from back to front. Then you're going to take your fresh diaper, open it up. The words that are going to be in the front indicates to you what way the diaper is supposed to go. So the words are going to be in front of the baby's tummy. So you'll open the diaper up, lift the baby's 2 feet, place the diaper down, and then you'll pull this front part up with the words. If your baby's umbilical cord is still intact, you'll want to make sure that you fold the diaper down underneath the umbilical cord as to not irritate the baby. And then you'll just pull the Velcro straps tight to where there's no gaps. And that's it. For more information or to watch any more of our videos, please visit our website at womans.org or our YouTube station at youtube.com.
For bathing, babies should be bathed 2 to 3 times a week. You don't want a stinky baby. For their teeth, they start coming in at around 6 months, and you want to clean them when they start coming in. So you could try like just washing them off with a wet wash rag and cleaning to make sure there's nothing on them, or you could get a little baby toothbrush with baby safe toothpaste, of course. And for their health, you want to watch out for sickness, watch out for fevers, coughs, anything out of the normal. And they should have regular checkups monthly, and immune shots are important. They can help prevent future diseases, so get your baby their immune shots. For physical development, babies lose weight after the first 3 days that they're born. They gain it back though pretty fast, and by 1 year they weigh 20 to 22 pounds. For their length, it increases by 50%, but it just depends on heredity and genetics on how tall your baby's gonna come out. Their position, their legs are bent and their feet are curved in, kind of a little curve shape. The head grows to make room for the brain, and they have a large abdomen and head compared to their limbs. They're a bit skinnier. They develop head to foot, near to far, and simple to complex. So from head to foot, they like start supporting their head, moving it around first, and then they get around to crawling and eventually walking. For near to far, they wave their arm, but then it starts to get more precise, like they can point and reach and grab objects. For simple to complex, their muscles develop from limb to torso and neck, and they move their head to roll, and then they start rooting and crawling, and then eventually walking. For senses and voice, their eyesight, babies, when they're first born, their eyesight is really blurry, and it gets better over the first 6 months, and then they can see normal. And I have a picture of what babies can see. For the baby's eyesight, they prefer patterns and colors and contrast. They would prefer like red over blue. And if your baby has a crossed or wandering eye, they usually go away around 4 months as the eye muscles strengthen. For hearing, babies can hear before they are born, and they can even respond to sounds. They can decipher tone and the direction in which sound is coming from, and at 2 months they can tell the voice and recognize of their caregivers. For touch, babies like to touch and grab for exploration, and they can tell the difference between textures, so like cotton and something like sandpaper. For smell and taste, in the first 10 days, babies can recognize and tell the mother's scent. They can also taste different solutions, like the difference between 2 different formulas or something. And they put everything in the mouth, so you need to be careful. Watch out for that. For month by month physical development, babies at 1 month should be able to move their head when they're on their stomach and react to their parents' voice. By 3 months, they should be able to hold their head and lift it when they're on their stomach, and close and open their hands. By 5 months, they should be able to reach and grab for objects, turn their head, kick their legs, and wave their arms around. By 8 months, they should be able to pull themselves up, roll over, and put objects up to the mouth. And by 12 months, they should be standing, taking a few steps, and be able to hold drinks and cups. For emotional development, babies cry to express their needs. So typically you would comfort them, you can cuddle them, give them motion, or sing them little rhymes or songs. And colicky babies cry often, so that's just, you gotta comfort them. And reflux is when the baby is vomiting and crying. You'll probably see a doctor, but I have a video on a way to hold a baby that could help quiet it down.
Hello friends, it's a wonderful day here at Pacific Ocean Pediatrics in Santa Monica, California. My name is Bob Hamilton. I'm a pediatrician. I've been doing it now for about 30 years. One of the great joys I've had in life is I've been able to care for literally thousands of newborn children. One of the challenges that pediatricians have in taking care of children is trying to communicate clear and precise information to their parents. A lot of times over a baby who's crying very, very loud. And I have utilized a technique that I call the hold over the years, which is very helpful in calming children and keeping them quiet. So today I'd like to show you how I do that. This is simple hold. I think you'll understand. Come with me now into one of my consultation rooms. I'll show you how I do it. Here we have a crying baby, and he just got a shot here. So this is Ashton, and here's what we do. So we pick up Ashton. I fold his right arm like this, and then his left arm in front, and then very gently hold his arms like this, hold his little bottom, and gently rock him up and down, just like that. And even though he just got a shot, look at that leg. That's a big ouch on that leg there. you can see that you can comfort him and quiet him. Again, I'm holding with my right hand his little bottom. I'm gently shaking him back and forth. We rock him up and down very gently. Sometimes we stir him to the left and we stir him to the right. And there's our baby. Here we have another little crying baby who just got a shot. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up this little guy. And again, I take his left arm, his right arm, I'm sorry, and put it across his body, then his left arm across the body like that. I hold it, grab his little bottom, and very gently rock him up and down. They at a 45-degree angle. You can see that he comforts pretty quickly, really. This is a good baby. I shake his little booty like that. I gently rock him. Everything you do is very gentle. You don't want to do jerking motions ever. You hold the child with the fleshy part of your hands, not with your fingertips, okay? And again, I am supporting his chin. He's lifting his head up here, which is why you hold him at a 45-degree angle. You never want to put him like this because they can throw their head back and you can lose control of the baby very quickly. And you can see I'm rolling my finger around his chin, and look at him. This is a content little baby. He just got a shot. But he goes, "I'm tough, Dr. Hamilton. I can do that." So this is a good baby. So there you have it. We've met a couple of beautiful babies and lovely mothers. And to recap, I'd like to go through 4 points. Number 1, you fold the arms across the chest. Number 2, you secure the arms after they're folded. Number 3, you gently grab the diaper area with your dominant hand. And then number 4, at a 45-degree angle, you gently rock the baby up and down. You can shake their booty, and generally, by doing this, the child will quiet down. Finally, if your baby does not quiet down, think about 2 things. Maybe your baby's not feeling well, they're ill, or number 2, maybe your baby is hungry. Finally, I find that the hold is very helpful for the first 2 to 3 months of age. After that, your baby becomes too heavy, and it's very difficult to hold a baby at that point. So hopefully this is helpful to you. Thank you for your attention. My best to your family.
So that is one way that you can get your baby to quiet down and stop crying if you're having a hard time doing that. Babies also form attachment to their caregivers, so it's important that you know how to build trust so you can build a relationship with it later on. You need to provide the baby with physical touch and give it care when it's needed. Like when it's crying, make sure you tend to it and let it know you're there. You also need to communicate, so make eye contact, and physical touch goes along with this so it knows that you're there and care for it. Lack of love and attention can affect the baby emotionally, and it won't be good. No sad babies. For temperaments, each person has their own unique makeup emotionally, and the baby cannot change this, so you need to learn how to work and adapt with it. Some babies could be more intense and persistent, while others could be more sensitive and scared of approach. All babies have a general mood and energy that they have, so one baby could be more happy and energetic and another could be more relaxed and calm. For social development, babies are learning how to interact and express themselves. This is cause and effect, and through imitations you need to model good behavior because your baby's going to imitate the behavior that you show it, so be a good example for your child. So for social milestones, by 3 months, they should be making eye contact and show excitement and show that they want companionship. By 6 months, they should be laughing, reaching to play, and recognize the voices of their family members and each family member. By 9 months, they should know their name and play alone and with others. They should crawl to their parents, and they could start showing signs of stranger anxiety. So if your baby is doing this, you just want to hold the baby, let it know that it's okay, and be welcoming towards the strangers so the baby will calm down. By 12 months, they should refer to their parents as mom and dad, and they should show gestures and body language and their likes and dislikes, and they should be looking in mirrors. Their intellectual development. Children need to be provided with a rich environment and positive interaction, because these experiences appropriate to their mentality. You need to practice repetition and routine and allow the baby to participate. You want to avoid overwhelming the baby, and don't pressure them into anything that they can't do and they're not capable of mentally, because they're so little. You don't want to overwhelm them. Especially during this time, the sensorometer period. This is the period of learning from birth to 2 years, and neurons are establishing pathways for learning in the future. They're learning through senses and actions, and they're starting to understand object permanence, how like if they can't see an object, they would know that it still exists even though they can't see it. And imaginative play, like if they go to the doctor and then they come home and they're like, say ah, like doctor play. And symbolic thinking. For intellectual milestones, by 4 months, they're gaining info through their senses. They should be making eye contact and start making vowel-like sounds of their native language. By 8 months, they're staying up longer and babbling, and they should be imitating behavior at this point, and they should recognize voices and faces and more basic sounds of their native language. By 12 months, they should be saying like words and understand phrases and speak some of the words regularly. For their speech milestones, by 3 months, they're typically crying still, but their cry should soften like over time as their lungs are developing and getting stronger, so it won't sound just scream like. And by 6 months, they're babbling and gurgling. By 12 months, they have limited words, but they should be able to speak for attention. And by 2 years, they should be putting words together, 2-word sentences, and then adding to that. And by 5 years, they should have a clear voice if you're able to tell what they're saying. And they should be able to tell stories and provide detail with what they're saying. And lastly is the importance of play. Play is a tool for learning in babies at this age. So by 3 months, they should be playing with toys with bright colors and interesting sounds, maybe like a mobile over their crib. That'll keep them interested. By 6 months, they should be able to have toys to bang and suck on and chew on and just play with. And they also should be read to, so they can start getting into that. And by 12 months, they should have books with texture and balls to play with, to kick, things to push and pull, picture books, objects to put in and out of things. And you always need to make sure that the toys are safe so the baby can't choke or get hurt on anything. Thanks for listening.